Welcome to Unscripted, where the story behind the journey matters most, where we don't just talk about industries, headlines, or hype, we humanize the people behind them. We are excited to welcome back Nicholas Irving, better known around the world as the Reaper. Nicholas is a former U.S. Army Special Operations sniper with the 33rd Ranger Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, where he became the first African American sniper assigned to the unit. Since his military service, he has built an impressive career as a New York Times bestselling author, military consultant, firearms trainer, entrepreneur, and media personality. His journey extends far beyond the battlefield. Through multiple best-selling books, including the Reaper series, television and film consulting, and his precision firearms training company, Nicholas has dedicated his life to educating, mentoring, and inspiring others. Equally important, he has been candid about his own struggles with the transition to civilian life and the resilience it took to rebuild his life with purpose. Today, Nicholas is respected voice on leadership, mental resilience, veteran advocacy, and global security. Through his writing, public speaking, media appearances, and ongoing work in the entertainment industry, he continues to shape conversations on service, sacrifice, truly means to overcome adversity. We're honored to welcome back Nicholas Irving to Unscripted for another authentic conversation as we explore experiences, lessons, perspectives that continue to define his remarkable journey. Nick, welcome back, my friend. How the heck are
What's
you?
going on?
What's
Not bad,
happening?
not bad. I gotta say, this whole your setup has gotten top notch. That's chef's kiss, big time.
Thank you. A lot
Looks
better than
good,
the
looks
first time
good.
you were here, right?
I mean, the first time was good, but this time is like chef's kiss.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, especially since you have been on multiple high-ranking podcasts, and you're out there in the industry, with the big ballers. So I
Oh
appreciate it very
no,
much.
no, no, ain't no such thing as big ballers. We're all equal here. Come on, man.
Hey, I love that. Okay, so the last time you were here, we talked about your journey, your military career, the experiences that shaped the man, the world came to know as the Reaper. But tonight, Nick, I want
Uh-oh.
to, I don't want to revisit those stories because, it's everybody, well, a lot of people know those stories. And, every time
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
onto podcasts, you always share about those stories and talk about that. But I want to explore a little bit more the chapters that don't always make the headlines, what the people don't see, the people don't know, the moments that changed you, and the lessons that stayed with you. And maybe, a
Yeah.
few questions that nobody has asked, or maybe that you haven't answered. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. I
Let's
like that. I like that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna we're gonna deep we're gonna dig deep today. We're gonna get to the core
How
of
how deep are we talking?
look, if you don't want to answer certain questions,
You're
just
fine.
plead the fifth. But okay, we're gonna
You're
get to the core.
I
We're
do a
gonna get to the
Fauci.
soul of Nick.
Yeah. I don't wanna pull, too many Faucis, but yeah.
I promise you, I know last time I told you that I didn't want to make you cry. We're not gonna cry today,
No,
but if
no.
we do get emotional, then we'll go for it, right?
Yeah, I took some medicine, so I might get emotional. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see. Okay, Nick, you have spent years, answering questions about what you did. But what I want to ask you tonight, how has everything that you've lived through changed the way that you see people? We're going to start there.
Oh my gosh. That's where we're starting? Like at a hard question? Okay. Um, how I
We're going
see
to go right
people.
through it.
I think I would say like a 50-50. I don't know. I think business wise, I think I've seen the true nature of what it is, like how humans are. I don't know like worldwide, but in
Mhm.
America, how when it comes to business and money, how people can
Yeah.
change up like not yeah, real quick and try to screw you over, not be your friend. They're your friend one moment, but like when it comes to business and finances, like they can try to pull a fast one on you. I think that's the it leads me to believe I think that's like the true nature of mankind, not just man. Um, I haven't encountered like too many instances like that with women, but when it comes to men and business, friendship, I think that I've seen the true nature of what I think everybody is really about. I don't think
Yeah.
it's for the good. I think it's for the betterment of themselves and not the other individual, or like a mutual agreement, like a marriage when it comes to that. And that's what I was raised on. Like my friend was poor growing up and he would stay over my home. And I remember like one incident, we had his parents had left. They left for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever, and he had to stay with us. And my parents weren't there all the time, but we had cake. And me and my friend Andre, he would come over to eat cake, and I tried making potato chips or potatoes, uh, not potatoes. What do you call them? French fries. I tried to
Yeah.
make French fries from hot grease, and it ended up not going so well, and almost burned down the house. But putting water inside the grease when it
Oh
started to
my.
pop, I didn't know, but he didn't have anywhere to eat, so I like would try to feed him, and he's not like the only friend I had that encounter with. There's like three other incidents I can name, like neighbors I had that didn't have food, and my parents would try to make do for them, and or I would try to make do for them. But I think that's the way it should be, and I've always grown up that if I eat, we eat. If I shine, we shine. But I've noticed that like being in the business or whatever, more so and getting older, it's not so much about that. I think people are generally crooked people.
So is that
Sorry.
what keeps you humble? No, I like the rawness and the realness. I think that we don't hear that enough. We sugarcoat a lot. It's like I'm a little bit older than you. I'm gonna say a tiny bit. So, we kind of
No,
almost grew up.
Leslie, I'm 65 years old.
That's right. You always tell me that. And
I'm
I'm very close
65.
to I'm very close to your age. But we always so we grew right around the same. I don't want to say the same generation, kind of similar. So I think we filter a lot, right, for this generation, and we
Yeah.
sugarcoat a lot. But is that what keeps you humble? How you grew up? Because you have an amazing and incredible story. And you rose, I want to say that you rose to fame. And now, you are working on a lot of projects, with Hollywood. You've met great celebrities. And I want to touch on, something that's possibly coming out soon or that you're working on. And you still remain very humble. It's like when I talk to you, reach out to you, it's not like this person that we see on social media. You're very
Right.
humble.
Social media is very curated. One, two,
Yeah.
not that's two. Number one is that like I believe in the most high God, and
Yeah.
I know and I've been I know a few things. I don't know everything when it comes to that, but I do know that he could take it all away at
Yeah.
any moment. And the moment that you act or perceive yourself to be a certain way, or as a god, he'll take that away. I've been there. I've ridden the. I'm not. I'm still on the roller coaster of life, but I've ridden it enough. Not enough. I've gone through like the first one or two like hills or whatever, the ups and downs. I've been there. Um, and I know he could take it all away. And I know what caused him to take it all away to make me become humble. I was never like an outspoken type of guy, or I never saw myself as anything better than anyone else. But the moment you get to that point where you think it's all about you and you did all this, he'll take it all away. And I'm more humble to him than I am to any man or
Yeah.
female. I'd rather be humble in his eyes, not just like how I act, but in my heart, what I truly believe. And because I mean, no one's going to vouch for me when I die. It's just me and him on Judgment Day. So I look at it like that.
Are you ready for Judgment Day?
No, no. Oh, that's a tough one. Not even a tough one, but it's a good question. Am I ready? No, no, because in my honest opinion, if I were a god or the god, would I accept me? I mean, I'm an asshole at times. I'm petty at times. Would I? No. I'd send me back for another go around.
You would send you back and be like, shape up and stop being petty and a hole.
Exactly, exactly. And I think like that's the whole lesson. We're all supposed to walk in Yeshua or Jesus's way. You
Yeah.
know, he had none of those characteristics, and he sits on the right hand of the Father. So for me to be that I'm better than him, I hold not even a candle to it. So I would have
Mhm.
to come back. And that's just like I think we all do. I think this is the place where we do it at. It's a school.
But Nick, I love how you believe in Yeshua because I do as well.
Oh
But
yeah.
who are you to judge yourself? So if you're saying that, you're looking at yourself and you wouldn't accept yourself and you would send back, hasn't he extended grace upon us to understand, why maybe sometimes you're petty or an a-hole and it's
Yeah.
contributed maybe to the type of life that you've lived?
Wow. And this is why I like talking to you, but you make me think a lot. Um, that's my human brain, I think. That's my human brain. I don't think that in my eyes, no, I'm not worthy. No, I've done a lot of even when it comes to war and stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
whether the war was justified or not, do I believe
Yeah.
so? I don't think it was justified. I did a lot in war. I did a lot in my past life before joining the military and then after the fact. I'm nowhere near worthy to be anywhere.
But he
I'm
died on a
so
cross
far.
for us, to forgive our sins and for us to become worthy.
I know. I'm 100% with you, but I think that like that's why I couldn't be a god, Leslie. I couldn't be. I couldn't be because we're all going back. we're all doomed.
You're like,
All
"You're
of
too
us.
judgmental. Go back. Fix your
Yeah.
attitude.
Oh yeah.
Shape up."
Yep. Yeah. Not until you get it right. Got to be perfect. Not
You
perfect,
know,
but yeah.
because you make me think too, the things that you say where it's like you feel you're not worthy, and if you were God, that you would send yourself back, and it's like, you know what? Us as human beings, we don't extend ourselves enough grace or other people.
Mm,
Can you imagine loving the world so much, the human
yeah.
race so much that you would take the worst beating ever documented
Yeah.
for the
And I
human race?
recently I recently read about like not recently, I keep revisiting it, but I had saw something where it like dove deeper into the like the anatomy of what Yeshua had to go through. And I don't know, that was beyond what I can imagine. Um, do I think I could ever be in that position? No. I mean, I would hope so for my family at least. If
Yeah.
it was like between if my son being free for the rest of his life, would I do it? Hell yeah. Like, of course. I would do it in a heartbeat. Chop me up, dissect me, eat, I don't care. I would do it in a heartbeat. That's my boy. That's my son. That's my flesh, my blood. Uh, for any, I don't, for the whole world, I couldn't put myself in those shoes. I wouldn't want to because I'm not him. When you see me walking on water, ask me that question. Until then, I'm not worthy enough. No.
And that gives you the perspective, right now, what you said for your son, for your loved one, for your blood, you would do it.
Yeah.
But for a person that you don't know, you wouldn't. So that gives you an idea of the magnitude of how
Oh
much he
yeah.
loved us.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope. Well, in the end, I do hope that. I hope that he still loves me. I hope that. I hope that. I hope that.
I mean, I believe that he does. No matter sometimes, we're humans. We're not perfect. We still I always say, it's like I try to walk the right path, but sometimes, it's like I don't. It's like we're
Oh
going to
yeah.
make mistakes and,
Oh
we're
yeah.
still going to do things that are probably not right in his eyes, but, that's why he extends grace. That's why
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
loves us, Nick.
Free will. Free will.
Yes. So now I have another question for you, because you've experienced life at its absolute highest stakes. What has become incredibly important to you today that when you look back, the 20-year-old Nick would have completely overlooked?
Wow. Say that one more time so I can think a little bit.
Yes. What has become incredibly important to you today that the 20-year old Nick would have completely overlooked?
Man, the importance of like being in the moment, and time is short. I didn't think I mean, like growing up where I grew up or whatever, I didn't plan on living past 25, 30 years old if I were to stay there.
Yeah.
The military, I was still coming in like into that mindset, so I didn't really plan on living too long there either. I wanted to die in combat, I guess. Um, I didn't have anybody, I didn't have anybody. I had moms and my mom and my dad, but like we didn't talk like that. We don't talk like that. We don't have a relationship like that. So I didn't, see things for what I see it today. The time is short, and there's only one person that's going to be in the casket when you die. You got to live life for yourself to the fullest, not just to the fullest, but to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Um, I would go back and yeah, I would look. I would say like that's the big difference is live in the moment, but also realize time is short. Like I'm 65. I'm almost I'm almost out of here.
Nick,
So
you're not
yeah,
65. Can you
what if I am? And I just look like this. I hydrate. I mean, I drink good water, and I smoke my medicine.
Okay, so
It keeps the stress away.
I know that last time you were in the show, we kind of touched on the age topic and we really didn't touch much. It's like I remember talking about your birthday and then I kind of got it right and then I kind of got it wrong because there's a couple of dates out there that are, on the
Oh
internet.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I mean, the internet says you're in your late 30s. So where does 65 come from?
That's what I feel like when I wake up in the morning. Like my back, everything hurts. I mean, it takes a while to get moving. I have to be active. If I'm not active, yeah, I'm 65. If
Now,
I'm
do you feel like that because of everything that you've been through? Because you did have
Oh
a
yeah,
very active, life, your early
oh
years.
yeah. You can ask anybody who's jumped out of planes in the army what they feel like in their lower lumbar portion. I'm using some
Yeah.
gray anatomy terms, but in that lower lumbar portion,
Yeah.
it's about 65. And yeah, I've had broken shins, tibias, fibias, fractured, broken toes. Yeah, I feel all of it. I don't feel it so much now, but I'm active. But if I'm not active, it'll settle in definitely. So
So that
65
explains
up
the
here.
65.
Yeah, 65 up here. But in in human terminology, I would say I'm like whatever you think I am. Yeah.
Have you ever thought, because you know how there's a saying out there that what comes out of our mouth and what we think in our mind,
Oh
comes
yeah.
to fruition. So have you ever
Yeah.
thought maybe about changing it? Like, oh, I feel like I'm in my 20s. I feel like I'm in my 20s and maybe your body's, regenerating and differently instead of telling your body that you're an old man?
I say I look like that. I don't feel like I'm in my 20s, and I don't celebrate birthdays. So I think that
You
helps out a
don't?
lot too.
Why?
No, no. It's like Prince, like the same ideology. I stopped celebrating birthdays in elementary school when I stopped having them. My parents just weren't about that. And I kind of like, I didn't adopt it. I just never really thought about it. I stopped celebrating birthdays because it's like, this is going to sound like some, hippie definition, but it's like, time is a construct of man, it's a
Yeah.
construct of man. And you only have one birthday. I was born one time. On your tombstone, it's not going to have all the different dates on there. It's going to have your birth date and your death date. I was born one time. I had one birthday. That was not going to say when. It was in November. When I'll die, I don't know. I don't know. That's not up to me. But I only have one birthday. I don't do birthdays.
Shouldn't you maybe not see it as a celebration, but as an appreciation day that, you came into this earth?
I do that every day I wake up. I don't have to wait to the end of the year or when 1 year goes around or my time around the sun. I celebrate that every day I wake up. When I wake up every day is no joke. Like, how the hell did I make it through that? It's always that. I always think when I wake up, I'm very thankful for it because I'm not granted that. I'm not
Yeah.
guaranteed that. When we go to sleep, we don't know. It's like the closest thing we have to death is sleep. Sleep is the cousin of death. So to wake up every day, it's a blessing. I don't have to celebrate 1 year of doing that because that year is not even guaranteed.
Yeah. Do you celebrate? Oh my goodness gracious, sorry about that. Do you celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, things like that?
No, I'm a Rastafari. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, I kind of already knew because I knew you were, but you never know, especially when you have children, right? A lot of the times, getting them to understand and then, their friends uh might celebrate it and then, because your son is fairly young.
Yeah, he's
So
10 years old now,
that's
or
why I was
about to be
asking.
10. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, already?
Stop playing. Yes. 10. 10.
10.
Oh my
Time
gosh, man.
flies, right? So
Yeah,
wait,
it's
do you
stupid.
celebrate his birthday?
No.
No. And how how do you explain him?
The same way I just explained it to you. You had one birth date, you have a
So
death date.
he's a
That's
very
it.
smart kid. He gets it. Ends.
Oh yeah. I think he's everybody says that about him, that he's very mature for his age and he comes across as an older gentleman.
Yeah.
That's what I teach him. Like, he opens the doors for women, like going inside of a store, he'll open the door, whatever. He's a gentleman, very much a gentleman, very protective and very thoughtful. Um, like, yeah, very thoughtful kid. I think he thinks more before he speaks than I do. But that's what I try to teach him. But no, we don't every day. Tomorrow might be a Christmas for us, or a week from now. Whatever. If I
Yeah.
decide, hey, we're going out for a vacation, that's like not a holiday. It's a celebration. I don't need the government to tell me, hey, this is the time to celebrate or whatever. I don't need that. And I also know Yeshua was not born in December.
We all know that.
So
It's like,
yeah,
yeah,
so I'm
that's
not
one of the
gonna
things.
do some pagan worship.
Pagan
No, I'm
holidays.
good.
Yes.
I'm not
That's what
doing
I was
that.
telling my sister. I told her I'm gonna stop celebrating Christmas and all that stuff, pagan holidays that just are here to
All in
extract
the Bible.
money.
Yeah, it's all exactly. And it's a pagan holiday, especially when it's based all around money. And
Mhm.
it also says in the Bible, don't like uh, the people of the land don't celebrate or don't I totally forget. I'm gonna have to get back to onto you on that one, but I feel like who is that one guy? Russell Crowe, not Russell Crowe. The one dude who was made married to Katy Perry, and he was looking through the Bible and had to find this verse on Pierce Morgan. I forget his name. The
Uh,
dude with the long hair. He looks like a Tamu Jesus or whatever.
yes, I know Russell something, right? Russell.
Something like that, Russell something. Yeah.
I can't
I
remember,
forget his
but
name.
yes, I
But
remember
if you
he
look
went
it up
around
on
talking
Google,
about
Google
it.
will tell you. Yeah, he'll tell you, like Google will tell you that don't celebrate and do the same things that of the people of the land. The people in
Yeah.
the land don't do the same holidays. And the whole thing about Christmas is in there, the worshiping of the tree and where it comes from. And I've got a couple of occult books that when I used to do stupid stuff that literally talk about where it comes from.
Yes.
Manly
Okay,
P.
so
Hall was the author.
I'm gonna have to look it up because
Yeah.
now I am, but I have another question for you. So
Hmm.
you've been in rooms where every decision meant life or death. Has that made you more patient with people or less patient with people?
less, less.
Why is that?
I'm quick to cut people off. You know, like once you show
Russell
like your
Brand.
intent. What's that?
Russell Brand. Somebody put it in the comments.
Russell
Russell
Brand.
Brand.
There we
Thank you
go.
guys for
There we
helping out.
go. Yeah, there
Sorry,
you
I didn't
go.
mean to
Tamu
interrupt.
Tamu Jesus. That's the guy. Katy
There you
Perry. Yeah.
go.
But
Thanks.
yeah. I think like um geez, I totally forgot what the hell you just said. Not really, but
No, because I interrupted you here. Let me ask you again because what I had said was that you've been in rooms where every decision meant life or
oh
death.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like that.
yeah,
So it's like, have you become
yeah.
more patient with people or
Very,
less?
yeah.
And you're like, less.
Less,
Why?
less, way
You
less. You know what I've learned through like being, let's say if you're overseas or whatever, and you bust open a door, you blow open a door, and you walk in there, and there's a guy in there with an AK-47, right? It's that split second decision whether you're going to take that guy's life or not, and that depends on microseconds if he raises that rifle or not, or shows a threat or not. It's microseconds, and you could tell a lot about an individual based on microseconds. A person to tell you who they are within the first 3 seconds after you meet them, like all the way. It doesn't take long to determine or figure out who somebody is. And if you give them enough time, if you give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves with it.
Yeah.
I think that I've learned to cut people off more so and be so less tolerant of people based on their actions and who they show themselves to be. Um, Everybody's going to show you who they are over time. Not even over time. It didn't take long. But if you give them enough time, they'll always show you. I don't.
So
Uh,
so when
and
you
the older
first
you
meet,
get, I'm sorry. The older you get, I think that it's like teach. I hate this saying, but like teaching an old dog new tricks.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to change when you're a certain age. You know, it's kind of hard. You're kind of stuck. Like people are stuck in their ways at a certain age, and I think that they are where they are in life because of the way they've been for that long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe them. So I've been more so like, yeah, I'll just cut people off now.
So Nick, because you've become less patient with people, does that mean that if you go to a grocery store and there's an old person in front of you walking super slow, you're gonna run them over with a cart?
I don't, I don't run them over, but
Okay, so like
I
go
do a nice
faster.
little burnout. I'll get a burnout going, and then I'll go around them. No, I'm playing, but I'll say, "Excuse me, ma'am," or "Excuse me, sir." You know, I'm like, yeah, yeah. I got bad knees too. I mean, you talk about old people. Like I said, my bones are 65. We're in the
Oh my
same
goodness.
boat.
Do you
You
get
got to
road
keep
rage?
up. Oh yeah,
Really? Do you yell at people?
Yeah.
Because, I never understood the people that get road rage and then start yelling at the other cars, like if they can hear
Oh,
you when they
no, no.
can't.
Yeah, I don't yell at people. I just have thoughts of back when I was in Iraq, like as a
Oh,
driver, on a 40-ton vehicle and a machine gunner on said 40-ton vehicle in Iraq, driving
can
through the
we talk about
city
those
and
thoughts?
no, probably not. And contracting, like when I was contracting, driving through traffic in Iraq and Baghdad, and yeah, I mean, yeah. Do I get road rage? Yes. Do I yell at people? No. Um, do I hope somebody decides to like hop out the car and try something? I mean, yeah,
I
of
mean, you're
course.
in Texas. That happens
Yeah, I mean,
so much in Texas where the road rage and you never know when somebody's gonna jump out and start shooting you because
yep,
that
yep.
happens a lot.
Oh yeah. But I got bulletproof. I got body armor and all. Yeah, we're good on my end. But I would hope not. But do I get mad? Yeah, I get mad. Who doesn't get mad? Like if you're stuck in traffic or something,
Mhm.
on you work a 9 to 5, and it's like 6 o'clock, and there's an hour's worth of traffic. You won't get home till 7 to see your family. You're going to get frustrated too. People cut you off. Yeah, I get frustrated. I get, like I said, I'm a very nice guy, but I think that what made me who I was and made me choose the path that I was going on is because of the person I am. I've
Yeah.
always been this way. I've never been the type of guy that like sniffs flowers in the morning. I mean, I'll sniff them if they're there, but I don't go out of my way to sniff flowers, you know?
So you're not passing by like your garden and you're like, "Ooh, pretty flower. I want to sniff it."
No, no, absolutely not. I got to go box in the morning. No.
Oh my gosh. And we're gonna get into your boxing too. Another question for you. So people, they often ask veterans what they remember, but what I'm curious is what have you intentionally chosen to forget?
What I've, wow, I don't think I intentionally forgot, like, chose to forget anything. I think that I just naturally did over time.
Mhm.
Um, Not naturally. I would say I had the help of like psychedelics and stuff like that with a lot of other veterans, and what I think the administration, the Trump administration, is like pushing for, psychedelics, the use of psychedelics to help relieve some certain things. But I didn't really choose to forget it. I think I did over time with the help of different medicine, natural medicines. I think I've forgotten a lot of things. Not in forget, I just don't have a connection to them like I used to. I have to
Yeah.
really focus to have a connection with them. Do I still think about stuff? I dream about it every night. I do, but I don't have a connection. It's more like when I'm dreaming about it, it's like a video game. Like, oh
Mhm.
wow, that was pretty neat. That was cool, or whatever. But I don't have a connection to it. I don't see myself as the 20, 30-year-old kid or guy anymore. Like I do, but when I look at certain things, and like when you were putting your reel up, I'm like, oh shit, that was pretty neat. I don't I don't like think about it so much.
You're just like, unless it's put right in front of you. Nick, you've lived several different lives already, a soldier, author, entrepreneur, consultant. You're a father, you're a husband. Which version of Nick has been the hardest to become?
A dad. I would have to say a dad. I don't suck at being a dad. I'm just not I don't have a like a good uh starting point of what it is like to be a good dad. I don't really have a starting point for that. I think my issue now is trying to give my son everything that he wants instead of everything that he needs. So
Hmm.
I recently started working on like the showing him how to be an entrepreneur or whatever you want to call it. Hey, dude, start like a lawnmower business. That's what I grew up doing. I mean, I
Hmm.
hustled all the way through high school and stole people's stuff to get money, but I don't want him to take that route. I'm teaching him to be more so like, hey, you can start like a little company. You can cut people's lawns. So we've been cutting grass together. We box together. We fish together. Just more stuff like that is where I'm more oriented around, as opposed to like giving him everything. Because I know that's detrimental. If you have everything when dad's not around or you're on your own, you may not have those same opportunities. So you have to know how to work to make a living or whatever you want. I wanted a TV and hydraulics on my car in high school. I had to. It took 2 years to get that money, but I got it. And yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to teach him the same morals. You can get anything you want in this life. You just have to work for it. You have to work
Work
hard
very hard.
sometimes, but you have to work for it.
When you talk about, one of the most difficult and that you didn't have a starting point, elaborate on that because, does that have to do with like your childhood, your
Yeah.
upbringing, your father?
Oh yeah, big time. On both sides, my mom and my dad, like both of their parents. Well, my dad's dad died when he was in the sixth grade, and my mom's dad was, I mean, rest his soul, an abusive alcoholic. You know, um, very abusive alcoholic. My dad's dad was an abusive alcoholic. My grandmothers were alcoholics. Um, for me, it was my parents didn't drink that I knew of. I don't think. I mean, I've watched them take a few shots here and there, but they were never drunk. But they would get mad easily,
Yeah.
whether it be from work or church or whatever. And I've had beatings you couldn't imagine. I've had to get butt naked in a cold shower and then get out to get beat. I've been beaten in cold showers. I've had to I, 2x4s with holes drilled in it with my name written on it. I got beaten with that, and that later became a coat hanger. I've been beaten with whatever you can imagine. I've been beaten. I've been kicked, stomped out, thrown, punched, like boxed. The first uppercut I've ever faced was from my mom, and she caught me with like 5 or 6 of them. But I've been
That's
beat.
crazy.
I've been beat, and I don't ever want that for my son ever. I know how I'm not like I don't consider myself to be the world's strongest man, but I'm a man, and
Mhm.
I'm okay. I'm decently strong. I mean, he's 10 years old. I couldn't imagine being 10 or when I my first slap I ever had, I was an infant. I was like 3, 4 years old. I'm talking knocked unconscious, slapped, you know? I could never imagine that. That's what I grew up with all the way until the 11th grade. When I found out people were getting beat in high school, that's when things changed for me. I joined a gang, got a gun, and yeah, I told my dad if he ever did it again, it'd be like that.
And he stopped from that point on?
We got into it a little bit, but I had a weapon.
Did you ever
Yeah.
use it? You don't you don't have
On
to answer
him?
that.
No, I never. I mean, I charged at him with one, but I never used it. I've used a weapon before, but I didn't. I had to go to court for it. I was in middle school. But yeah, I didn't hit anybody, and it was an accident. Like it wasn't even about that.
Nick, and because of that and how you grew up in your childhood, you treat your son differently, right? You don't.
Oh yeah.
So that's your
Oh,
starting point.
he's soft. He's a marshmallow, but I love it though. I love it. He can box. He can defend himself, and that's my whole thing. Like he can punch. He's a really good fighter, but I tell him to reserve that for like his future wife, his future kids. if or himself, if anybody ever has to, always try to walk away first. But there's only so much a man can take. But I told him to make sure that man finds out to never make that mistake again. Whatever yeah.
So you joined a gang.
Hmm.
How the At what point did you realize, you know what, this is not the path that I should be going down, and decide to completely shift your life around?
When a guy stole my bike in the gang, he stole my bike and I couldn't get it back. And I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid. And yeah, stole my bike, and we were doing about to do a home robbery, and it was
Mhm.
somebody who I knew, and I wasn't comfortable with it. So yeah, I was done with that.
So you had
But one of
conviction
my
at that point.
Oh yeah, and I watched one of my best friends, Junior, when he got locked up. He killed 3 people, and yeah, it was yeah. Or no, he shot.
Your whole life.
Yeah, he shot 3 people and killed one. But then I got a few other guys I knew that was a thing back then. Like where I grew up, we had this park where I lived at, and a few of my friends were they were. It was this thing called catching a body,
Mhm.
and depending, yeah, you had to catch a body. So yeah, it was just like stupid stuff like that. And I was scared about, getting my butt whipped by my dad. So I didn't nobody in that gang could beat me like my dad. And that was what I was more fearful of. So I didn't quit. Yeah, I quit, but yeah, I didn't get like jumped out or anything. I got jumped in, but I just said I'm out. Yeah, didn't take long.
They never came looking for you after? Because you know how
What
they
are you
say,
gonna
like, when
do?
you leave,
Uh,
whatever, or like
Listen,
if you
me and my wife went back and she saw some guys, my friends, but she was terrified. She thought we were about to get jacked. But no, like anybody who knows me from that era when I grew
Mhm.
up, like, what are you gonna do? There's not much you can. I would no, I will end you. And that was before the military. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not a bitch, but no, I'd heard something. I'd heard something bad.
Yes. So shifting it a little bit, you've traveled worldwide. You've been introduced to a lot of different people. Success has introduced you to people from every walk of life. What's something you've learned about the human nature that surprised you the most?
Human nature.
Yep.
Well, that's my favorite song, Michael Jackson. I was listening to it like 3 times today, back to back to back.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, that's a great song, Human Nature. Um, but no, I think the damn Human Nature, that where most of us are selfish. Most of us are selfish. I think that if you uh, people who need a lending hand or a helping hand, there's only been one person I knew at a very high level. I'll say his name. I mean, he may not, I don't, whatever. John Cena was the nicest, most humble, most down to earth, most helping individual I've ever, come across in the industry. And we've been friends for like 15, 16 years now. But he's the most helpful out of everything. But he gave me the most game. It's supposed like when it comes to not trusting anybody and don't believe anything you see, but always give somebody a fair shake, and they'll show you their fair shake within a few seconds. But I've learned that in the military too. But he kind of like displayed it in the way I've never seen it before. I don't really trust people. I think innately people are selfish. Not innately. I think
Mhm.
innately we're loving people. I think the way the world is and the way this Babylon system is, you know, it makes us that way.
Absolutely. You said what you said earlier about you get to know the person and they'll tell you everything about themselves within the first 3 seconds of meeting them. You know,
Mhm.
What are some big life lessons that you've taken from that and things that you won't repeat again? Because I am a big believer that sometimes in life, before you're elevated to the next chapter, sometimes you are going to continue to meet the same type of people over and
Oh yeah.
over that'll block your blessing or that are not able to elevate to see if you've learned your lesson. That way, when you are elevated, you're able to get to understand and decipher and have the wisdom to either cut them off
People who
before, you know.
abuse, yeah, people who abuse your not your authority, people who abuse your aura, your spirit, who you are. When people abuse, if you're a nice, innately a nice person, you believe yourself to be a nice person, you come across and you try to do good for people, and they abuse that right away, don't, I'll never deal with those people. You know, if you're a nice person and they abuse that, I don't like that. I think another one would be taking advantage, kindness for weakness. They
Yeah.
take advantage of who you are. Um, I think that whether that's a lesson, I don't think it may be necessarily like a lesson. I think it might be along the lines of when Yeshua was up on the mountain with Satan, the evil one, or even in like the desert. He was in the desert with the evil one, and it's he'll keep throwing stuff in your path to try to, make you hiccup along the way or whatever. But I think life's a lot like that. We keep letting people abuse us, take advantage of us, or whatever. I think it has a
Mhm.
lot to do with that. Not necessarily a lesson, but it's just the evil one throwing things in the way like speed bumps to
Yeah.
keep you from being what you want to be or who you truly are. It doesn't want you to be a good person. It doesn't want you to be a loving, caring person or somebody who looks out for the next fellow woman or man. It doesn't want that. So would it put people or obstacles in your way to make you or try to cause you to hiccup? And that could be abusing who you are, abusing your power, abusing your nature, taking advantage of you, things like that.
So how can you tell when you first meet someone, in your opinion, what are the probably the top traits that you identify when you first meet those type of people?
I'm a firm believer in energy. You know, if your handshake doesn't match your smile, we're good, bro. We're good. Most of the communication through humans aren't even verbal.
Mhm.
It's physical. It's expression. It's it's all that. Communication is like our downfall. Not our down. It's very limited.
Yeah.
Communication, verbal speaking, and stuff. It's very very limited. I think it has its extreme limitations. I think the true nature, like if okay, this is going to be kind of awkward, kind of weird, but the most ultimate expression of love is what? What would you say? The most ultimate expression of love.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Come on.
The most
Now I
ultimate
flipped it. I got
expression
a hard question for you. There we
of
go.
love is love,
What's the most ultimate physical expression of love?
intimacy.
There we go. Right? It's a
Yeah.
physical act. There's no words that can reproduce that. You can say whatever you want. You can say you love someone all you want, but the most ultimate expression of that would be intimacy. You can't make a baby through language. You know, you
Mhm.
can't show someone how much you love. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm not the type of guy to talk to someone, a female or my wife, for 3 hours a night or 3 hours in a night, but I'll be intimate for like longer than that. You know,
But
it's
what
the
if you don't love the person and you're still intimate with them?
that's not intimate. Intimacy is continuously going back. It's regardless of what they say, you're
Uh-huh.
still like that with them, regardless of what they say. It's making love. You got lust, you got love, you got sex, and you got the other four-letter word that starts with an F, ends with a K. You
Yeah.
know, one night stands is not love or intimacy. That's just a physical um, need, what somebody needs in the moment or whatnot. Are they in a coherent mind to even comprehend that? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm talking about real love, like real intimacy, is to not say a word, but still feel like they've said everything on the planet they ever could have said to you, and you understand it all without saying anything. That's love.
You left me thinking sometimes, to me, when you added the intimacy, I get it. I understand. I think to me, I was seeing it, overall. It's like love because sometimes you love people, we're taught that you love
Hmm.
people even when they don't deserve to be loved, but doesn't mean that they have to
Well,
have access to you.
I understand that. I don't think. I think I'm talking true love. Like,
You're talking like partner, like woman and
yeah,
man love.
yeah, like that. But okay, so we're talking about just random individuals, random people. I would say most of the actions or most of the communication isn't done by verbal communication. I think most of it's done by what you feel about that person, how they present themselves, how they
Yeah.
act around others. I don't have to talk to someone to be able to watch someone and see how they treat their mom or treat this individual or treat somebody else or road rage, for example. Like you don't see me acting up in the road, flipping people off, and no, it's not me. I'll just wait for you to get out the car, you know, then we'll see what's up. But I'm not like yeah. I think most of the ways you can determine if someone's bad or good is that what you feel about that person, how they affect your aura, how they affect your spirit. You got to have the spirit of discernment, you know, and the Bible talks about that. You got to have discernment. We all know when those spidey senses start tingling, when something's off. Says stay away from these people, don't talk to these people.
And how do you
You
deal
know.
with your spidey senses sometimes? It's like where you do have those spidey senses, but you overlook them, you oversee them. Have you ever been in that position where you either have a friend or someone around or certain people, and then you feel those spidey senses and then you still continue down that path? And sometimes the spidey,
Hmm.
because there's spidey senses to spidey senses, right? There's spidey senses where it's like freaking alert, they're gonna
The
chop your head
ones
off.
that
You better run the other way. They're gonna
Yeah,
put you in the
that's what
van,
saved
they're
my
gonna
life.
kidnap you.
I always knew when I was about to be in an ambush. Spidey senses, I knew it. I was like, "Ah, this doesn't feel right." I always had that feeling. Even growing up, like I knew when something was wrong, I would just do it anyways because peer pressure when I was
Yeah.
younger. But
But then I'm talking
yeah,
about the other spidey senses where it's like, you know that you're around friends or certain situations and you're like, "Yeah, there's something off, but you know what? Imma continue chilling with them. Imma continue,"
then you
and
gotta
then
go. No, no, no,
have you
no, no,
and then you're like,
no,
"Shoot, I knew this and I stayed." Like,
nope. Nope. You're talking to a 65-year-old man. No, I don't play with those games. No,
I mean, but
Spidey senses are
did you ever and then at one point learned from it and you're like, "You know what? Never I'm always going to listen to my spidey senses moving forward."
yeah, my first shooting when I was in like middle school. Yeah. Yeah.
That young.
I'm not gonna say it was like that young. I knew something was bad. I knew something bad was about to happen, and something bad happened, and it traumatized me for the rest of my life. It was a shooting. Like I thought my best friend died. I thought I
Oh
shot
my
him in the
goodness.
head. Yeah.
Wait, you were shooting up a gun at that age?
Yeah. You stole one. Yeah.
Nick.
You're saying that's not the yeah. I had to go to court, like
Wait, I mean, you
community
said it right
service.
now and it just registered. I'm thinking you were in high school when all this was happening, but then you just said right now
No.
elementary. I'm like,
No, I was like 8th grade. 8th grade. Yeah,
8th
my
grade.
first like yeah, my first when I pulled the trigger, and then I was involved with my cousin. Like he lived in the projects, and the first shootout I ever had, was with him. I'm in a real shootout, like a real shootout. Like, oh shit, a real shootout. Bullets
Wait,
hitting
so
the
okay,
car. Yeah,
you're 8 years old. Well, you're not 8 years. You're
eighth
in
grade.
8th grade, and you're like
Yeah.
pow pow pow, like with a gun, just like that.
No, I didn't do pow pow pow. It was a pow, and I said, "Oh shoot, I didn't know it was loaded. I had no idea how to
Oh.
work a pistol." Yeah, we stole one because I needed one. I thought I did, and we were playing with it on the side of some bushes on the side of my house, and yeah, made a
And
mistake.
from that point, did you ever touch a gun? Well, besides the military career, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking,
Yeah,
your civilian up to when you join the military. Did you ever touch a gun again?
yeah, oh yeah. I had one throughout all high school.
Did you
I
ever
just
shoot one
learned
in
how
high
to.
school?
I'm not gonna. No, I don't. I don't. No, no, no. But I've had, yeah, I didn't grow up in a very nice spot, man. I was, and where I would go, no, it was not good. Not good. You better, you needed something. You needed something. Your
Yeah.
fist can only get you so far. Everybody had a gun.
Did anybody have knives?
Yeah. I had a knife, but like a pocket knife, the one you could like whittle wood with, a little small little pocket knife. It wouldn't, no, we didn't carry knives like that.
No,
We
because
had
I grew up border town, so down here, back in that time, machetes were very common.
machetes. I've never in my life seen a real life machete or someone carry a
Really?
real life machete. I've seen one, but I've never seen someone carry a machete.
They
We
were very
had guns.
common over
Yeah.
here.
Where at? Arizona,
Well,
Texas?
Mexico, the border town,
Oh,
yeah. They were
oh,
very
okay.
common, and let me tell you, they were so common that, they have those little stands where they would sell, like, coconuts and fruit, and they would be cutting it with a big machete and the, sugar cane.
Yeah, I love sugarcane. I love
Yep.
sugarcane. Yeah.
They would get those machetes, and then if you act wild, they would start swinging it.
Hey, good for them. Good for them. We had guns in this, yeah, in Maryland, Baltimore. We had guns.
No, it was easier, just to chop people up to pieces and get rid of the bodies, so that's why.
Yeah, you got
Wait,
to take them down to the swamps or
the
the pig farm.
disclosure, this is what I saw in the streets. I was not involved in
I
anything
know.
ever. Maybe I saw
I don't
this
know
in a
what.
movie.
Yeah, I don't know what pigs actually do. I don't know what they could do to a human body and what they leave
Yep.
behind. I don't know.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so let's talk about, or a little bit about, what you've been cooking, Nick, because you've been cooking some stuff. Last time
How do
we
you
spoke,
know?
well, because I did some research.
You know I cook.
Well, I mean, I don't like food, yes. But
Oh,
okay, so now that you say, let's talk about what's one of your favorite dishes that you cook for your family?
I like a good filet mignon. A good filet mignon with asparagus, with balsamic reduction sauce. I like that.
That sounds good. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
But what I
or
was talking
Alfredo, a
about,
good chicken Alfredo, or a pasta Alfredo. I love a good Alfredo. A couple nights ago, I made a filet mignon, no, a New York strip with lobster tail. For them, I don't,
mm,
I can't do that stuff. But
yeah.
I love to cook.
You do the cooking at home?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been cooking for like 30 years. Yeah,
He's like, "What you talking about? I cook."
I
I
cook
was talking,
every day. My mom taught me how to cook. My mom and my grandmother.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
What's one of the favorite dishes that you like to make that reminds you of your mom and your grandma?
a good pasta. My mom would be a pasta with homemade pasta sauce.
Yeah.
Um, Homemade pasta. My grandmother would be a breakfast. I loved her biscuits, She made some really good biscuits. And before I went overseas, my first deployment, she gave me a little Ziploc bag of biscuits. I feel so bad because when I got to Iraq, they were all hard and couldn't eat them. But her biscuits and her breakfast, and yeah, it would be that. My grandfather gave me moonshine, and we put it inside of a water bottle and Gatorade bottle to mask it like it was water, but moonshine from him. I
The
don't make moonshine though.
moonshine. Oh,
What?
that stuff is strong.
Yeah, I don't consume moonshine. No. I did that day.
We're not gonna talk right now what you consume. Water, you consume water. But no, what I was talking about you cooking up because I was trying to do some research and I dug through recent information and you can tell me to be quiet or whatnot, or we not go there, but there is no official announcement yet. Do you have, or is there something in the works for a release coming soon of a feature film based on your life? In doing some of the research, I didn't see any of that information that it's public, but there are some items out there, some posts that maybe hints on active Hollywood work. Have you, who's been scouting some Texas locations, some shared
Oh,
footage?
I wouldn't
Um,
say it's about my life, but I would say it's about um my novel series. Yeah.
which is kind of
I've done,
similar, right?
yeah, kind of. I mean, Vic Harwood is a little bit younger than I am, sexier and way more deadlier. I like
Who
I
is
like the
going to
novel.
play you?
You know who I would hope? Oh, you're asking who or who I would hope?
Both.
I don't know what you're talking about as far as who. I don't know. I just know that I heard something. But
Okay,
if
what
I
did you
wanted
can you tell us
somebody,
what you hear?
I heard that something about like a novel series got picked up. Um I heard that. Like,
I heard
yeah.
that too, that a novel series. So if you were to select somebody for that novel series that, we're still not gonna talk about what that novel series is, who would you
Michael B.
think would be the
Jordan.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Why Michael B. Jordan? Come on. Like, come on. That's yeah.
Are you gonna have him, with, dreads too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, have you heard anything about who they're probably scouting right now for that role?
Yes. But I don't think I would I don't know. I'd have to do some I don't know. I don't know. But yes, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all light-skinned dudes. Pretty famous light-skinned guys.
So, oh my god, I have some ideas of
Let me know.
who they could possibly be. When you said light skin,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to, since we can't
Give me one. Give me one.
um, do they currently have dreads right now?
You know what? I don't actually know anybody who does other than like Lenny Kravitz,
But they don't have to,
but
right?
he's
Because,
pretty
I
old.
mean, it's kind of like a costume,
Yeah, they'll put him in and mine's all natural. But yeah, um there is one that has an afro, notorious for his afro, and he may or may not have been a rapper or still is a rapper at one point. They were, but I'm not too keen on him. I've already given you too much.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
Come on,
He's
you
and
a
he's light
famous,
skinned? Wait,
yeah,
say it
very.
again.
He has he notorious for his afro, especially and his he had cornrows and stuff when he was rapping back in the early or mid 2000s, and he starred in like a huge franchise as well, like a big franchise. I don't like the franchise. I'm not a big fan of his acting, and I'm not saying, but he was considered ludicrous.
No, I don't like
He
him.
was one. Me neither, and that's
Mm-mm.
why that it's not happening with him. Yeah, he was one, and there's another guy or two other guys. One's darker than I am, and the other one is light skinned. But we're trying. I'm if it were a dream come true, Michael B. Jordan would be the one.
You know who kind of too? I was thinking for the younger version or depending on the age range, maybe like Michael. What is his
Hmm.
Michael? I can never
Jackson?
No, I could never
As
pronounce his
is,
name.
he's too
Michael
light. No,
Ealy. It's Ealy, or he's too light because he also has colored
Michael
eyes.
who?
The last name is spelled Ealy.
Eli,
Ely or something like that. I can
Ely.
never like really get his last name right. I'm like,
What has he
maybe
played
that one.
in?
Uh he's played like in a lot of good. You know what? Let's
See, if
here,
you're taking that, no, we
do
don't need him.
something
We don't need him. You don't
let's
even
do
know.
something
Yep.
fun. Let me Google light skin Hollywood actors and then we'll put it
Uh
on the
huh.
screen and then we'll
Okay.
ask the audience. Let's get the chat involved. If there was
Okay.
a series to portray somebody maybe similar to I'm not saying that it's Nick, but similar to Nick, what are we thinking, crowd?
Someone said The Rock. Oh, come on.
This is
Oh,
Michael.
him.
Maybe this
You know
one as
what?
an older one, you know, with dreads.
Because it will be like, so my novel series, it's like older, but okay, so the first guy, with the colored eye, I think he's like a crackhead now or something. I'm being serious. I think he's might be a crackhead now. I
You
saw
think
like
so?
maybe I don't know. Someone said Ja Rule.
Ja Rule.
Stop.
Oh my goodness gracious. I think that Michael
Terrence
B. Jordan.
Howard. Wow.
Terrence Howard?
One times one equals two. Come on. Terrence Howard.
Do you believe in what he says though? One like that math you've heard, you know, everything that he says, right?
Yeah, yeah. Do I believe
What do
it?
you Yeah.
No, no.
The Rock. Jaden Smith, somebody, oh, Jason Statham. That's what is happening is saying.
That
Somebody
that's what happened
asked
in Hollywood.
somebody asked in the chat, guys, I'm gonna put you up for a second while we're like looking at his possible look alikes, and then we're gonna go back to the interview. So happenings Jaden
Oh,
Smith.
that
Come
guy's
on, Jaden
good.
Smith. But shoot, I lost my train of thought of what I was gonna ask you.
That's because you're looking at all these light skinned dudes.
Wait, what the fudge was I gonna ask you?
The
Wait,
Rock.
what were we talking before? Nick, what were we talking about before I was gonna put this up?
About the who would be or who I wanted to be. I don't
You
know.
said
I
Michael B.
know
Jordan.
about the whole like Hollywood thing, and I have something coming out with it's a UK production. It'd be here in the States, but I was doing a show out here that it should be released, I think around Christmas time. A production I was just on.
Bull Shark asked, "Who is your favorite celebrity you have met?" It was John Cena, right?
John Cena, 100%. Hands down. There's nobody who beats John Cena. I like Robert Downey Jr. You might got one right there. That's
Let's
my
see.
guy.
So they don't have to look like you, right?
No, no. I mean, from what I've interviewed so far, I don't see a resemblance except for maybe one.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is totally, but he could pull off a Tropic Thunder black guy vibe. I mean, I don't know.
Um, you know what? I'm gonna do some research because if you're saying that they don't have to, I've seen a lot of like series because I'm obsessed like with sniper stuff and the military and war and all that stuff. And I've seen some men on some of these series that probably would be good.
Denzel Washington,
Denzel, well, isn't he too old though?
way too old, way too old, way too old. Ooh, that's a good one. Idris Elba. I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh.
is Idris Elba too old?
For my novel series, not really. No, he could pull it off. He could pull it off. He could pull it off. I mean, damn, he is kind of too old now.
Yeah.
They'd have to like dye his hair and yeah. Not bad though. Not bad.
Okay, guys, who else do you guys think?
Could be me.
What's about I can't even think right now. I know that I've seen a few actors, there's a lot of shows, but I have to do my research and I'm gonna send you a list.
I'll let you. I'll see your list and then I'll tell you.
You're gonna be like, no. And
Probably.
then you're
It
like, nope.
depends. It depends. It depends.
Damson Idris, who's that?
Yeah, I should play myself. Thank you, Tammy. I should play myself. They won't let me.
They won't.
They won't let me. Oh. Oh, let me write that one down. Hey,
He's like,
Leslie,
you
send
like
me
that?
him.
You want me to
Send
send
me
you that?
him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
Okay, sent. I sent you that one.
Okay. 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 That's about.
So do you want like your race? Light skin, dark
Oh,
skin?
no, it doesn't. No, that doesn't matter. I mean, like my fictional character is not really me per se, but
Yeah.
he's like whatever the audience or the reader deems him to be. He's definitely a black guy. I'll say that. He is a
Okay,
black
so
guy.
then we can't pick like Jake Gyllenhaal with a beard.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Who the hell is that?
You don't know who Jake
Jake
Gyllenhaal
Gyllenhaal.
is?
Jake Gyllenhaal. That sounds familiar. Jake Gyllenhaal. The
Yeah, let
guy who
me
was a stripper in the movie? No, that's Channing Tatum. No.
because he
Jake
did like a
Gyllenhaal.
military movie. I
Oh,
remember.
him. Oh, Leslie, no, come on. No, no, I don't
Yeah, that's
like
why
his
I was
act. No, no,
that's why I was
no.
asking, like, but when you said no, he's black, then
Yeah, we can't do. I mean, no. That'd be a DEI hire. We can't do that. Come on, no, can't do that.
you said DEI hire. No, you didn't.
He's a
You know
great
what?
actor. I mean, great act. He's a good actor. He's a really good actor. But no, we can't do that. Jake
I
Gyllenhaal. Wow.
You're like, oh wait, I think I got one. Hold on, let me see if I can get his name. I think I got one. Oh my God, where is he? Wait. I think this one might be good.
I like the
Lights.
Damson so far.
Which one?
Damson Idris.
So far, I got one kind of similar to him, but I'm trying to find his name.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Man,
You're like, what the fudge is that, Leslie? My bad.
yeah, I can't. We can't do that. Great actor. He was in one of my favorite movies as a kid growing up. October Sky, I think it was. Yeah.
What about? Oh, let me see if this is the right guy.
Ryan Gosling. Oh, come on, let's know. Oh, who is he?
Jeremy Pope.
I
Because he came
never.
out. Look, because he came out in this movie. Watch, he looks different. Because you know how the actors look different in movies?
Mm-hmm.
See?
I've never seen this movie. What is that? Wow. You know what? Send me that one too. I never saw that one. Inspection.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
Okay,
to be
so.
good.
And then you can see the movie and see if you like them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the game plan.
Okay, send you
Shopping
that
right
one.
now.
We're
Shopping
shopping for actors.
for human beings. What a time to wow. We're shopping for human beings.
Oh,
Shopping.
Happening said, "Oh no, why Omari Hardwick?"
Omari Hardwick. Oh fuck. Omari Hardwick.
Oh, oh, I like him. He's Ghost.
Ghost. Okay, let's stop. Okay, yeah, stop. We got yeah.
That's
I'll
it.
send you a yeah. I'll send you something. I'm like, wait a second, Omari. That's my. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
so that
Yep.
we're
Yep.
stopping at Omari Hardwick.
Yep. Already. I'll send you something. Yeah.
Okay,
That's my guy. Yeah. That's my guy.
that's Ghost.
We've been talking. Yeah. He's a cool dude. Cool dude. Cool
Is
poet
he
too.
tall?
Huh?
Is he tall?
Tall as in like Shaquille O'Neal, or what are we talking?
I don't know. I guess like, oh, he's 52?
But how I'm 65 and look like that is the same way. His black didn't crack.
You know his brother's a basketball player? I didn't know that.
No.
5'10". Because I'm trying to like look for siblings to see if anybody else, but no. Okay. So then we'll stop at him, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No more looking.
I wouldn't.
So we already send you 3.
For right now, I would. He's a cool guy. Cool guy. I like him. From what
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it.
I don't think you cracked the code, but I'll send you something. Yeah.
Wait, you don't think I cracked the code of who it is?
I don't
Because
even know. I don't. I have no idea who it's going to be. I mean, there's a few options, yeah, and ones that are trying out, but I don't know like exactly who it's going to be or anything like that.
that is so
If if
cool.
if anything even happen, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The devil works in mysterious ways too.
Nick,
Huh?
mm, I wanted to ask you a question and it slipped my mind about like possibilities. So, if you're doing casting, is the casting in Texas or in California?
Casting for who wants to know?
For the possible role of the possible movie or, based on these possible novel series.
California. It would be possibly California,
Is that
Burbank,
possibly coming soon?
possibly.
Yeah.
But I would say leaning more towards the end of the year. The end of the year.
Tammy, pack your bags. We're going to California. No kidding.
There you go. I'm possibly an executive producer, possibly, and possibly yeah, we'll see. I mean,
That is so
that's what
freaking dope.
they told me. I just do what the boss man says.
So, what do you have coming up in September?
Shit, a speech, a speech. I have a speech in September. I think it's like 3,500, 4,000 people that are going to be there, but it's a speech in Florida this September, like late September.
Is it like at a conference, or is it was it organized around you to come and speak
Oh
to
no,
a group of
no,
people?
I'm not that important. I'm not that important. No, it's a conference. It's a conference.
That is so dope.
I'm not that important. No.
Nick, everybody's important. Yes, you are.
Oh,
We are
oh.
all important in our own way. So let me ask you this. In regards, let's touch a little bit about Hollywood. So, Hollywood has spent decades making movies about soldiers. We see this time and time again. So, if Hollywood is going to tell your story, what part of Nicholas Irving are you afraid or not afraid, but you would make it absolutely a non negotiable for them to leave it out?
You can put it all in. Like I don't really have nothing to hide. Like, yeah, I don't really have anything I'm comfortable with it all. Like
Would, would you be upset or annoyed if they left something out that's very important to you?
something important to me, yeah. I'd be like kind of upset with that, but and that's why I'm doing my novel series. Like I'd rather in order to get my story right, I'd want it to be done the way it has to be done. Um there'd be like a couple of things I would want them not to leave out, but anything other than that, like I'm not ashamed of anything. All my mess ups are things that I struggled with and things that I was bad at. I would never. I'm an open book. We all for anybody to act like they don't have anything wrong or they didn't do anything bad, then hey, um, I got some ocean front property I can sell you, like on the moon. But no, we all make
You know the
mistakes. We
moon's
all
not
do.
real.
I know that. I mean, it's a light. It's a plasma ball. I know that, and it's hollow. Like, come on, we all know that.
You think that our ancestors built the moon and technology is right in the middle of it. And our
I haven't
ancestors,
heard
what I
that
mean
one.
by that, it's aliens and things like that, from ancient civilization.
I don't. I never heard of that one. Could I see that? No. But if you look up, like, there was a time in history in literature where the ancestors, like literally the ancestors on Earth, talked about a time before the moon. You should look it up. It was a time before the moon. I don't. Do I think that the moon? I don't. I don't know. Listen, Leslie. I don't know. I don't know what half of this stuff is. I don't know what quarter of it. I barely know what dirt came from. I don't know where. I don't know anything. I'm just a dude on a path.
Because, Nick, do you ever stop and think, based on the things that we know, how Earth was selected, how we were created out of dirt? Why
Hmm.
Earth if there are so many other worlds out there?
Hmm. Why Earth?
Why this planet?
It's the most habitable, like with oceans and oxygen and vegetation, I think.
But do we truly know that, or are we programmed to believe that? Because, I do believe that
Oh,
there is a dome on top of
yeah.
us, and I
I
think
think,
that
yeah, I think that, like, I've never been to the moon. I've never been to Jupiter. Do I think it's like some huge planet? I don't. Listen, I have a big telescope right behind me, and I look at stuff. I don't know what it is. Do I think it's as big as they say it is? No. Um, do I think we've been to certain places? No. Do I think we landed on the moon? I don't know if I could say that here, Leslie. I don't know, but
I mean, you must have a little bit of intel, right? As to when NASA came into fruition, how so much changed about our maps,
mhm.
the way the world is seen, what we thought we knew to what we have been programmed to believe.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Because can we truly get outside of the dome? Because isn't
no.
that separating the waters above? So,
Come
how
on,
do we
come on.
truly know that there isn't another planet out there
Oh,
that
I see
is,
what you're saying.
you know, that we can inhabit? Because we
I
really
haven't thought
don't
about
know.
that. I haven't thought about that. But I think, can we get out the dome? No, no. I don't think we're supposed to leave this place until it's time for us to leave this place in a non physical manner.
Have you
It's a
ever thought of,
spiritual.
yes, the spiritual and the afterlife and how we're going to have eternal life? Have you ever
Mhm.
thought, what if God has other little planets that it's other type of humans, other type of worlds as well, and are going through something similar, but in a different type
It's
of planet?
parallel universes. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it's planets, it's parallel universes. It's like a different dimension. I think
Is
it's
that
infinite.
maybe why we get deja vu and like vertigo and things like that?
Yeah, that's when they cross over or collide, or yeah, that's like parallel universes interacting with one another. It's quantum physics, that type stuff. Yeah, infinite realities.
That is crazy. I'm bringing back the conspiracy show in a couple of weeks. It's going to be Tammy, Adam, Gina. If you want to come back, we're going to talk about all of that. And remember the book, the
Yeah,
Trump book that you were reading, that we were all reading?
yeah.
Yes, the Baron
Baron.
Trump.
Yeah,
If you want to
yep.
come back, it's still going to be this month. I'll let you know. And if you want to come back and talk about
Hell
the
yeah.
conspiracies, the way that we're going to go wild. I mean, I am going to have several disclaimers so I don't get shut down, but
Don't
we
do
want to go into that.
don't do disclaimers. Just say what you believe. Say what you believe.
And
Is the girth
like,
flat?
yeah. And
Is the girth
about
flat?
I believe that the earth is flat and round.
Wait, what? Flat and round? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Flat and round. And then round, right? And then it's like once CERN got shut down for the next 4 years because apparently, they're installing bigger tubes and stuff like that.
Mm,
We started noticing, like, do you feel more tired, more lethargic? Women's periods are off. And then a lot of women were getting pregnant, a lot of women losing like babies. And everything started happening right around that time frame. So that's
really?
something that we wanted to talk about. Yeah, Tammy and the
Oh,
girls. And
wow.
then, whatever else, the guys know. And I wanted to pick your brain a little bit more too about like, what intel do you have in regards to certain things that I want to ask? Maybe I shouldn't ask, but I
You know
do
what
think that
intel I
the earth
have?
I think that
It's
the
that,
earth is flat and round,
you know what I think? I think it's all one big show. I think this whole place is one big stage, one big show.
like
It's
the
just a
Truman
big
Show.
show. Kind of. It's one big show. Nothing's real.
So
Nothing's
you don't
real.
what do you think the earth is then? As just a prop stage, like a Hollywood
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where have they taken you to show you this?
Um, overdosed on mushrooms.
I thought you went to Hollywood and they show you some stuff because the
No,
elite
no,
control a
they
lot of it.
showed me. No, in Hollywood they showed me where Neil Armstrong landed. I mean, no.
We knew it. We knew it. It was a freaking prop stage.
Hey, space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. That's Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's what they taught me.
One of the things that Tommy was saying too, it's like when we were talking about that, it's like the pictures, the photographer, like who was taking the pictures when they landed
And the shadows and the
and the
lighting.
wind. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Do I believe it? No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I mean,
Do you think
we would have been back by now.
do you think that right now we're like there is an ice wall around us and we're right in the center and it's being protected and there's like other maybe human civilization outside the ice wall that they don't let us go through.
I haven't thought about that. When I do find it weird that Antarctica, like the treaty amongst all the nations, is one of the only time I can think of where the entire world came to an agreement, like, hey, we're gonna set up.
Exactly.
I think that's weird. I do think that's weird.
That they're all getting along, right?
Yeah, I think that's weird. Do I think they should use that same deal with the Iran and Trump issue going on right now? If the Strait of Hormuz was like Antarctica, we'd all be good. Just use that same treaty, copy and paste it, we'd be fine.
But they won't sign it. They don't want to do it. It's like it makes you question like why.
I don't
But
exactly.
did
Yeah,
you hear that BlackRock also bought a lot of land in Antarctica for research purposes?
I didn't
Did
know
you
that.
also
No.
know that right over by the North Pole or wherever it is, there's like this magnetic mountain called Rubis Nigra, and it means
No.
black rock. Yeah, and apparently it's magnetic and people you can't get close, but it's like the wind kind of swirls and stuff like that. And there's been like supposedly images of planes and helicopter trying to go through it, and that it's very heavily guarded. But that some people think that that could be the Garden of Eden.
Oh, the Garden of Eden. Oh, where is this at?
It's kind of north or somewhere over there where Greenland is up north. Why do
Oh,
you think that United States wants to buy Greenland and are so
oh.
adamant of attaining that piece of land?
So you're deeper than I am. I haven't gotten to that level. What level are you on? I need to catch up. I'm
Yeah.
at like level 33.
Yeah, and that
People
mountain
are gonna
means
find
Black
that
Rock.
to be some Freemasonic thing. Never mind.
Maybe we should not talk more about it, but I will give you guys information. And then when we do the conspiracy show, I will be showing you guys images, videos of all of this.
I want to
It's
see
going to
it.
be super fun. I will give you guys more information. I will also show you the pieces of land where BlackRock bought. So it's like, what are they protecting? You can't go near this mountain. Who's protecting it? Why are they protecting it? And then why did they buy or why do they have this big piece of land now in Antarctica? It's like, what are they not telling us, Nick? And
What if it's minerals, or what if it's like, yeah, minerals or something? And I don't know. That's a good
no, the
question. I
crazy
don't know.
thing is like if we look at the maps, the ancient maps, right? Right before I can never say I have an accent. NASA,
NASA?
NASA, NASA. That's how I'm gonna say it, like ass. NASA. Okay. So right before they came into fruition, there's the Encyclopedia, the Britannica. It explained Antarctica differently than it is now. There was also maps. And then when NASA came into fruition, they reprinted the encyclopedias. So unless your grandfather or somebody, has
Mm.
that version prior to, you really can't find it anymore.
Have you heard
But
about the pilot that flew over Antarctica
Bird,
and like,
yes.
yeah, Admiral, but yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
And he's the one that described Antarctica.
yeah.
And
That's
that's
weird to
what went
me.
into the encyclopedia.
Okay, that's weird to me. I think that's weird. His story yeah, that's weird. I got to tell you about the time. Yeah,
Because he
I
was in all
like.
those missions and then Mission Paperclip, and then 3 months later it was disseminated or he like was pushed to the side, right? And then that's when NASA started coming in.
No, I heard about his journal, his diaries, and like what he like did like an interview. It was an old black and white interview. I had watched his interview when he talked about flying over Antarctica, and I have read a few pages of his diary
Mm-hmm.
or his alleged diary. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know. I look at Antarctica a lot like I look at the moon or how I see the moon. I haven't been. I don't know. I want to go, but kind of can't. You know.
Tammy had made a point one time that we were talking about it because if the world, I don't remember how it was explained. Because if the world is round, couldn't you go X, Y, and C to get to certain destinations faster? But because it's flat, that's why it takes forever. I don't know. And then apparently, Africa is a lot like 2 to 3 times larger than the United States of America.
Yeah,
But in maps, it shows that it's smaller, like whatever. So,
that's an American-made map. They have to display their dominance. I think a lot of the proportions are all thrown off. I think a
mhm,
lot of them are all thrown off.
super thrown off. But
You know where we
yeah, I
all come
mean,
from. I'm just saying, Pangea.
yes. So I think we're going to learn a lot. When we do the conspiracy, you're going to see a lot. It's going to be a fun time.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I want to learn too.
So I'll let you know what date it is. Let me see. I'll text you what date it
Hmm.
is. And then, it's going to be a few of us. You remember Adam that was here last time.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
it's going to be you, Adam, Tammy, I. Gina still has to confirm. And then we will be talking about everything, showing everything live.
Let me know.
But Nick, I know we've been here a couple of hours. Time goes by so fast every time that we do a live and we begin talking about everything. It's like I do want to thank you so much.
That's because you have
You
good
know,
questions. That's you have really good questions. Makes me think.
think a little bit.
I think a
Not
lot.
too
I
much.
think a lot.
Think a lot. But no, I truly want to thank you, for coming on and talking to me. I know you say that we're all equal, but I mean, you're up there. So I really do appreciate your time because I know you're a very
You're
busy
good. Hey,
man.
let's. Hey, let. That's where you got to stop. That's where you have to stop. We're cool.
Okay.
Hey, that's it. That's it. That's
We cool?
all. Hey, that's
I
it.
know
That's
you
it.
don't I know you don't last time, it's like I gave you an outro. You're like, Les, calm down, calm your horses.
We're
But I want to say that
good.
I do appreciate you because you're out there, at the shooting range, you're out there riding horses. You're out there.
About yeah. Hey, hey. You'll see. I might pick one up or a couple of them. Get a get a black stallion.
I was gonna ask, what type of horse are you getting? Do you have any pictures?
I do. I'll send you a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what breed I'm gonna get, but one of my neighbors has a oh my, I just had a brain fart. What do you call those things? Uh stable. A
Mhm.
stable where she raises horses. So we're looking at a couple. But yeah.
That's going to be dope. Okay, so before
Hey,
we
you'll
part
see it.
ways,
I'll have my cowboy hat on, my boots, maybe like some baby oil, some Diddy oil, or something like that. Ron,
that's gonna be you're gonna be cooking in that Texas sun with that oil. Gonna be
hey, I like.
fried.
I need to. I need it. I need it. If some of those actors are going to play me, I would have to. I need to bake a little bit more. Get in the
Especially
oven.
if you want Michael B. Jordan to play you, right?
We're about the same. We're about the same.
No, I think he's darker than you.
A little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
No,
the
I think
lighting. It's the lighting. It's a lot of yellow light in here.
yeah. No, I think he's a little tiny bit darker. But
Yeah.
yeah. Nick, Are there any parting words of wisdom you want to leave the audience with?
I think it's what I always say. It's live life in the moment. Don't stress about nothing. Not nothing, but most of the stuff we stress about, we compose in our own minds. Live life day by day, minute by minute, second by second, and enjoy one another, because there's going to come a time where there's nobody else to talk to, and it's just you and the Most High. So enjoy the time we have here to talk amongst and be amongst each other, because after a short period of time, relative to the time of everything, we're just a small blip. So enjoy the time we have and don't take it for granted.
I love that. And because you said all that, I do want to post you with another final question, because one day there will be a final page that will be written about your life,
Mm-hmm.
and not your military career, not your books, your life. What do you
Yeah,
hope that final sentence says?
he was a cool dude.
He was a cool dude.
That's it. That way my son can look at it, my great great grandkids, everybody can look at it from here on out. That's all you need to know. Like, I was a cool dude. I was just a cool dude. He did his thing. He was just a cool dude. I don't have any ill will towards anybody unless you have it towards me. But other than that, I'm a very chill, cool dude. Very chill, cool dude.
And we'll
Put that on the tombstone.
put
It's a cool
that.
dude.
I'm gonna write a book about Nicholas Irvin, the Reaper. He was a cool dude. With that being said, Nick, thank you again. Everybody stay unscripted and stay cool.
Yes.
I'll see
Thank
you
you. Thank
later.
you.
Thank you,
I
Nick,
appreciate
again.
you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my friend.